Good evening, everyone. Welcome to our second special board meeting of tonight. And I just wanted to read that due to the COVID-19 pandemic, some or all members of the board will be meeting virtually. So I'm going to ask Lori to do the call to order, do the roll call.
Mrs. Salzer. Here. Mrs. Egan.
Here.
Mrs. Lammel.
Here.
Mrs. Petropoulos.
Here.
If we could do the pledge.
Oh, I got it.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. For public participation, just so you know, we have the same members of the audience. We have Gino, Sammy, and Ken Malkowski here. Thank you for being here this evening. 3.0, we need to make a selection of the president pro tem, which we all know has a huge responsibility. And I would recommend Kathy Cicciolini if someone would be interested in making a motion.
Mrs. Egan.
I'm going to abstain. I couldn't hear a word of that. There's too many microphones open.
Mrs. Salzer. Mrs. Lammel.
Aye.
Mrs. Petropoulos.
Aye.
Okay.
No, I'm Tiffany.
Yeah. Can you mute that? Mrs. Egan, were you saying you still could not hear anything that was being discussed there?
I could not hear it, decipher it. I could hear it in stereo twice, so I could not understand what was being said.
You stay muted. If you can just next time raise your hand if you see that, and I will try to stop right away. Hopefully we'll have it taken care of. So next we are 4.0, selection of secretary pro temp, and I would recommend that we put Lori Bielchek in that session if we have a motion from anyone. Do we have anyone with a second?
I'll second.
Okay, Mrs. Lamb with the second.
Mrs. Petropoulos.
Aye.
Mrs. Egan.
Aye.
Mrs. Salzer. Aye. Mrs. Lammel.
Aye.
Moving down to 5.0 is the selection of school board president. Do we have a motion or a name that anyone would like to bring forth?
I'll make a motion to nominate Nancy.
Motion to nominate Nancy Salzer as school board president. Is there a second?
I'll second it.
Mrs. Lamb with the second.
Mrs. Lammel.
Aye.
Mrs. Petropoulos.
Aye.
Mrs. Egan.
Aye.
And Mrs. Salzer.
Moving on to 6.0. Moving on to 6.0, selection of school board vice president. Is there a nomination or a motion?
I will motion for Tiffany to be vice president.
Motion
I'll
is for
second the
Mrs.
motion.
Egan to be school board vice president.
I'll second
Is
the
there-
motion.
Mrs. Petropoulos with the second.
Mrs. Petropoulos.
Aye.
Unmuted. Okay. Mrs. Egan, I will repeat that we had Mrs. Egan was nominated by Mrs. Salzer to be vice president, and Mrs. Petropoulos seconded that. Go ahead and call.
Mrs. Petropoulos.
Aye.
Mrs. Egan.
Aye.
Mrs. Lammel. Aye. And Mrs. Salzer.
7.0, selection of school board secretary. Is there a nomination and a motion? Mr. Lamel nominated Chrissy Petropoulos. Is there a second?
I'll second.
Mrs. Egan with the second.
Mrs. Egan,
Aye.
Mrs. Lammle. Mrs. Petropoulos,
Aye.
and Mrs. Salzer.
At this time, as we move to 8.0, I wanted to congratulate everyone on their new positions for our new school board. And at this time, I will turn it over to our president of the school board, Mrs. Salzer, for 8.0.
Potential board action to approve changing the date of the regular May 2021 board meeting from Tuesday, May 11th to Monday, May 10th, 2021.
I'll make the motion.
I'll second it.
Mrs. Lammle. Mrs. Petropoulos,
Aye.
Mrs. Egan,
Aye.
Mrs. Salzer.
9.0, potential board action to establish regular meeting dates, times, places, and study session dates and times. Motion.
I would like to jump in there 1 second, if you could mute yourself. I just wanted to point out that for now, with the uncertainty still of what they're going to allow in schools, we are planning on having the meetings all here. If we see an improvement in the pandemic, we definitely would be in favor of moving some of the meetings to the various schools throughout the district. But we figured to be safe, we would put them all here to begin with, and then we can make the adjustment as needed moving forward. So I just wanted to point that out before the vote took place.
I'll second the motion.
Second.
I'll second the motion.
Mrs. Petropoulos,
Aye.
Mrs. Egan,
Aye.
Mrs. Lammle, and Mrs. Salzer.
We will be adjourning to closed session for the discussion of the appointment, employment, compensation, discipline, performance, or dismissal of specific employees of the public body or legal counsel for the public body, including hearing testimony on a complaint lodged against an employee of the public body or against legal counsel for the public body to determine its validity. However, a meeting to consider an increase in compensation to a specific employee of the public body that is subject to the Local Government Wage Increase Transparency Act may not be closed and shall be open to the public and posted and held in accordance with this act as defined in the Open Meetings Act, Section 2C1. We will not be discussing any collective bargaining, security, or litigation during closed session.
Are we looking for a motion?
I'll make the motion to go to closed session.
I'll second.
They just did. They already did it. Tiffany and Chrissy.
Mrs. Egan,
Aye.
Mrs. Petropoulos,
Aye.
Mrs. Lammle, and Mrs. Salzer.
Aye.
I'm going to stop